And with that epic sax intro, for those of you who are wondering and are just now tuning into the recorded version of this podcast, we had a late start and we had some random things going on. So basically, we're going to yammer on about random things, maybe a couple topics that we actually have on the list, who really knows, and see where things go for this edition. The game in the background is, of course, Shellshock Live, and Rhapsody is over there somewhere, and Orbital Potato is the one singing in the background.
You know, I think we should charge people extra for this. This is deluxe content. You know what
Deluxe
I'm saying?
content?
Deluxe content, yeah. You know, they get to hear us yammering on about stuff whilst getting video games in the background. Like, honestly, how much more deluxe can you get? How much more deluxe can you get?
I suppose. I don't know.
Well, we could remove Orbital, and it'd get a lot better than that.
We could boost my rank up, seeing as how I'm like a level 8 with no shields and no abilities, and you guys are freaking level 9,000.
To be fair, we are playing Assassins so that only one of us can target you at one time. So you're going for me, I'm going for Orbital. Orbital, I imagine, is going for you.
Yeah. And yeah. You know, since I'm shooting at you, you're pretty much in no danger, Brink. So have no fear.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Here.
Was that a magnetron attack?
You can call it a magnetron if you want, but it was just magnets. But let's go for magnetron. I like the sound of magnetron a heck of a lot better.
Okay.
Frankly.
Awesome. So someone was asking in the stream, this seems as good a time as any to pull a question. Let's discuss why RPGs and RTSs are no longer popular. Seeing as we're playing Shellshock and we just came off of Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
My theory is that it was overdone, basically.
Yeah? Oh my god. So,
Really?
oh, whatever.
Because my take on that would happen to be that, like, basically larger publishers and larger developers thought that something about the formula needed to change, and they couldn't find anything good about the formula to change, and just ended up with really shitty products and went, oh, well, no one likes RTSs anymore. Well, no one likes the RTSs that you're making. There's a difference.
Yeah. I think that's probably when there was a lot of assumptions made about the fact that people didn't want to play complicated games. Like, everybody was trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator. And you end up with games like Subcom 2, where Supreme Commander and Supreme Commander Forged Alliance were both pretty freaking complicated games and had fairly large user bases. And to try to increase the user base, read that as make more money, instead of figuring out what they could do to improve the community and expand their horizons, they simplified the game, and they ended up with a game that anybody who didn't know about Supreme Commander wasn't going to find out about it, and anyone who did know about Supreme Commander hated it because it was oversimplified. So they destroyed their own fan base.
Yeah. Nah.
I'd agree on that front.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have an opinion, to be honest. I think that, put it this way, if you're listening to me about opinions for anything, then you're clearly doing something wrong with your life. So... I like me a good RTS from time to time. I think the people that care still play it, I guess. I think that that's somewhat true. But I think that also it's maybe just an issue of expectations. Like, we've had so many good RTS. Wow, holy shit, Rhapsody. That was a truly, truly great shot for me. We've had so many great RTSs that people are bound to get disappointed if they don't get something that lives up to, like, Supreme Commander, Forged Alliance. They're gonna get disappointed because you're like, oh, well, developers, why don't you just build on the good things in this game and you get rid of the bad stuff that we didn't like and make it super duper awesome? And when it's, when it's not that, people are sad. People get grumpy.
I think it's like any other genre. I don't think that's true. I think it's like any other genre in that way. Like there are a billion. Okay, there's a large amount of really good FPSs, and yet Doom was critically acclaimed and commercially acclaimed and super successful. And I don't think the fact that there's just been a large amount of success in the industry beforehand for that genre precludes it from future success. I think it is literally just that they tried to appeal to a broader market and couldn't really get it without alienating their core market.
Yeah.
That kind of does bring up an interesting philosophical question, though, because, like, they're dumping all of this money into developing these games. So if you can't expand your market, what are you supposed to do?
Make AA games. Oh my god, is it so difficult, industry? You don't. So this is a point that Jim Sterling likes to make all the time, which is just be okay with some of the money. You don't need all of the money. Just make a reasonable success with a reasonable budget. It's not that difficult.
Be an Adam Sandler movie.
Don't be an Adam Sandler movie. Because an Adam Sandler movie is no budget and no plot and no story and no joke, right? It's not interesting. Be something like, be a really good film that doesn't make it to broad stage appeal, but it's played in indie cinemas and stuff like that. Like, don't have to be an indie darling, but you don't have to be Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Yeah. Where I was going with the Adam Sandler thing is, if you look at the record for Adam Sandler, basically what happens is, ow, my face. Basically what happens with Adam Sandler is, whatever company it is that publishes his stuff, I don't remember what it is, but they give him like $8 to $12 million, and his movies over the course of their entire lifespan will make $100 million. So they don't earn that much, but they reliably make 10 times the investment. So whenever they want money, Adam Sandler prints them a 10x investment. And yes, they're crappy movies. Yes, they don't get much viewership. And on the grand scheme of things, they don't make that much. But they do, though, compared to the investment put in.
I think the only part where I was objecting was the association with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Or his films.
Pixels, guys, Pixels was a great film.
Don't talk to me about Pixels.
Pixels is a great film. It is a true staple of the 21st century media, I guess. It's great. Great.
Okay,
film.
so that's strategy games. On RPGs, I think, I don't know. I think that RPGs kind of got supplanted by a lot of people who like bite-sized chunks, where RPGs, it's a continuing story that maybe who knows how many hours long, and it's an investment, and you have to pay attention to things, yada, yada, yada. Whereas I would say the majority of modern games are like the one that we're playing right now. You play a 5-minute match and you're done. Or Overwatch, you play a 10-minute match and you're done. Or any other online interaction game, and even most campaigns, the campaigns are chopped up into digestible 15 to 20 minute pieces. And people can just kind of play it and be done, and it's not like the RPG time sink. I don't know.
So, can I just ask a question, right? I never really know how this works. I know it's actually quite a sensible question. But what is... Oh, shit, I got a bouncy ball. Whatever. I never really know how to define an RPG. I mean, I know, yeah, role-playing game. But where do the boundaries of a role-playing game end, and where do they start? Because technically, I'm role-playing as a tank right now. You know? Like...
I always saw it as, like, an exploratory game where you assume the identity of a character, and the entire point of the game is to grow and expand upon that character as he ventures through the world.
Are you telling me that FIFA 15 career mode is a RPG then?
It could probably be argued, although most of them take place in a
no,
fantasy land.
I'm curious. Like, I don't give a damn. I'm curious as to how to define it because I really don't know how to define RPG. I'll be honest.
So,
I really don't.
I can't remember who it exactly was, but it was basically in an argument about what is and what is not porn and what is not art. And their argument was very simple. I don't know how to define porn, but I know it when I see it. And I've got the same thing with an RPG, right? I can look at a game and go, well, that's obviously an RPG. It has these elements that are hallmark of an RPG. You know, level systems, interpersonal relationships carry the majority of the main story. Typically high or low fantasy or some sort of tech setting. You know, those kinds of things. But to sit down and script out a list of things that make an RPG actually blurs the lines more than just looking at something and going, I mean, it's kind of RPG-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would also come into play, though, if you're talking about, like, online RPGs. I think that might go back to the time argument even more. Because there's only a limited amount of MMORPGs that can be successful. Because if to actually play one is a huge time investment. And you really can't get a good character built up in more than one, maybe two MMORPGs. It's like once you do that, you're stuck. You've got so much invested in this game, it would be stupid to start over with a level 1 character in another one. Which is why people played World of Warcraft for 10 plus years straight.
I mean, I still don't understand what an RPG is, I'll be honest. I just don't know.
That's okay. The header on your channel says you don't play him, so it's fine.
I literally don't. Exactly. That's maybe part of it is because I don't understand.
That
maybe
kind
that's
of thing
maybe that's
is my bag, baby.
Are you speaking in song lyrics? Because I don't get the reference.
No, it's a reference to Austin Powers. Oh my god. How do you not understand references to the International Man of Mystery, the penultimate film of Mike Myers' career?
Culturally ignorant. I think that is the phrase that you're looking for.
It is.
What? Wow. All right. Okay. That was
just plain.
That was custy. Ooh, that was culturally ignorant.
So, I'm curious to find out over the next couple of years here. Something else that ties into this whole thing. That was actually a really good lead up to this. I wanted to talk about this week the whole PC versus console argument. And this might go back into what makes RTSs good again, because there's some big ones coming up. But like one of the things that held back older RTSs was the CPU requirements. Because computers, it was very, very expensive to have a good computer up till just recently. And I feel like that's kind of changing. Oh, I did not realize that shot did that. Whoops.
Hey, believe you me, Rhapsody's gonna win this one because he's a jammy sod and he's up on a high area, so.
Yep.
Jeez Louise. Alright. Big plays, buddy, big plays.
Anyway, it's
I don't even remember.
you end up with these really negative sim speeds and major problems running games and all that. And I think up till like a year ago, optimization was huge. And don't get me wrong, optimization is still a huge thing that you need to worry about when you're developing a game. But the brute strength of hardware is going to be such that you're going to see less and less of the huge issues like with Total War games when they first get released being unoptimized and that kind of thing. What?
Fuck you,
What?
Rhapsody. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Winner.
See, this is it. Like, being level 8 means literally nothing. Like, you have a little bit less armor, a little bit less crit chance, just as much chance to win. Like, it's not a problem.
But anyway, with the RX 480 that just came out, you got a $200 graphics card that is as good or better than the cards in the $350 range from a couple years ago. And then Intel's got some good offerings. I'm excited to see what Zen does coming out, because if Zen follows the same route that the RX 480 does, where it's less powerful than what Intel or Nvidia has, but it's also way, way, way cheaper, we might end up with something where in the $400 PC range, which is basically a console, you can blow the performance out of the water from what was like $1,000 or $1,500 PC 3 years ago. So
okay, sure, you're also talking about peripherals that people have in their home regardless. As in, everyone, well, most people have a TV set that they can hook their console up to, whereas not everyone exactly has a gaming monitor or a monitor.
Well, you don't need a gaming monitor. I play on 2 Acer $100 Walmart monitors. 60 hertz refresh rate, which is the same as a TV.
I want to push a not so controversial opinion here, right?
Okay.
I think if you buy a console, it's all about the convenience, right? That's the reason that you want a console. You want to plug it in, you want to play it, you want to sit down at the weekends, you want to have some Mario Kart action, or you want to play some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And I think it's all about convenience, right? Like if you have to do research and you come to the conclusion that a console is better for you, that's cool, but the only way that I could see that is through a lens of convenience, quite frankly, in my humble opinion. Or exclusives. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. Exclusives. That's a good shout. I mean, if you're one of the daft people that play Halo or whatever, then I mean, you're wrong. But
I mean, I wouldn't have called them daft.
I would. I just did, actually.
By the MCC, so I'm not.
Well, I kind of look.
Twist the dagger.
I kind of look at it too as the kind of deal where you're talking about a serious gaming machine for the same price or less than what people 4 or 5 years ago were buying an office computer for. So when you're replacing things in your house, anybody who's going to be looking at a value proposition, there is more and more incentive to, you know what, instead of buying a console and a office computer and this and that and the other thing, you know, most people are going to reuse their old monitor. Just get one PC that does everything.
Plus, it's hard to argue against the catalog size of literally every PC game that's ever been.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. So, interesting thing that follows along those lines. I can't remember. Did I put it on the podcast agenda? I did not. Yes, I did. Okay, so the Xbox is apparently going to be, or Microsoft is going to be reevaluating the way that they look at their consoles, where instead of distinct console generations, they want to treat them more like the business model of a cell phone, where you have a device that you replace every 2 years or so, and all of the same apps work on all of the devices across the board. You just have varying level of quality, where like on a cell phone, you might have a 1080p screen or a 1440p screen or a 720 screen, and you have various different processors that can run certain things to different levels of effectiveness. It's going to be kind of the same thing for consoles, which some people are saying is going to be utterly disastrous, and other people are like, oh, this is so cool. We need to wait and see how this turns out.
Okay, that's poorly framed. Oh, this is disastrous, or it's so cool we need to wait and see how it turns out.
Yes. No, that is basically the argument, though.
The cell phone industry is not like how many of you do replace your phone on that type of cycle? Because the only people I know who actually replace their phone on that cycle do it because their contract is up and they can replace it for cheap or free.
Yep.
Are they going to replace it for free?
Are we going to have to start paying $25 a month for Xbox Live, and the cost of your console every 2 years is bundled into your subscription.
Oh God.
That's an interesting idea.
That's immediately what I thought of when I was reading this. I'm like, are people going to pay a few bucks more a month? Because
You know what? That whole idea, right, of upgrading like your cell phone, like, no, I'm not gonna say cell phone, okay? You know, I'm sorry, America. When you upgrade your mobile phone, all right, you know, it's a very rare thing. Like, I would say that I upgrade my mobile phone about as often as I would buy a new console if I was into console gaming. So I don't think it's that crazy. Like, it's not like super crazy. I mean, contracts are what, like 2 years? Okay, maybe
it's
not
usually a 2-year
like
contract, yes.
3 years maybe, pushing the boundaries.
So here's how this is. When you go look, I just went to the Verizon website, okay? You can look at all these phones, and they give you the actual retail price of the phone and the per month. So, like, the Moto Z is $624 or $26 a month. And that's for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Or you can pay, like, $35 a month, and you trade in your phone. Every year you get a brand new top-of-the-line phone every 12 months. And I can actually see people doing that because there are already people who rent graphics cards.
So I've got an issue with this, right? And this is kind of the same issue. I don't want to dive into politics, but this is kind of the same issue. No, I'm not gonna do it. You know, I thought of a perfect analogy, but basically, if you're paying a subscription charge like you're paying with Xbox Live, okay, so say that you're paying for an Xbox subscription, like an Xbox premium subscription, right? Every year you get the latest console version, right? It makes you dependent on that provider, and it really means that you can't shop around. 1 year the PlayStation is great, let's say. You can't because you've already paid 12 months towards your next Xbox premium. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, and that's so restrictive. And I really think that would hammer the market. That would suck so hard. That would really suck.
You'll put yourself in a position where you only get loyalists buying your products.
Yeah.
How do you open yourself to a new market at that rate?
Yeah.
I would kind of point to the fact that the consoles are becoming less and less distinct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Xbox and the PlayStation this time around had virtually identical chipsets and specifications. So,
I mean, people don't care about that, though.
The constantly touted biggest selling point at the moment for the rumored, well, it's not rumored, it is going to exist, NX, is that it will have a modern chipset akin to its contemporaries in the field.
Yeah.
I mean,
the hell is that?
I think
Portal
it was a
gun?
really shitty idea. Yeah, portal gun, man.
That's a cool idea.
Portal gun?
Yeah, it was the advanced portal gun.
Actually, it's the ASHVD for aperture science and portal device.
I would ask you to just keep that mouth shut. If you can't turn up on time, then your opinion is pretty much worthless to me.
I don't know. This seems to be on time, actually.
He was actually here early. We just weren't here earlier enough.
Yeah. So it's our fault, isn't it, Brink? Yeah, no, it's definitely our. Yeah, nah.
Definitely our fault.
Yo, I mean, if we're gonna say it, I did send a message and asked, hey, if I see anything by the time I check in the morning, and there was nothing. You guys had like 20 hours to post anything at all.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's total hogwash, if you ask me. But hey ho.
I had it on my list here. I pointed out that the news was so slow this week. I can't remember which source it was, but one of the companies that runs an online news site actually posted a news article about the fact that Ubisoft created an Uno game and was releasing it. There was a legit news article about Uno. Like, how slow does it have to be?
Was it the same one I saw? Step aside Hearthstone.
Oh my goodness. No, it
Yeah.
wasn't, but that's hilarious.
Oh, guys, we should totally play Uno.
If that's not clickbait, I don't know what is.
What
I
is
know
that?
how Ringer
that
works. You hit them with the
was,
outside
yeah.
of the ring. It's like
Yeah, it needs to phase through them. Yeah.
no, it's like Razor's Razor in Dota's outside zap mabob.
Oh, yeah. Not the static link. What's the other one? What's it called? What's the big loopy
Yeah,
thing?
I can't
What is
recall
it?
it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Though. That's legit.
I knew that was the only way I was going to
Sorry.
relate it to you as well.
Razor sucks ass, man. Oh, the crits.
The potato takes it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, deservedly so, I
The
think.
majority of damage, but
mean-
did take the win.
This also
You know,
makes
that's
me curious. Is Pokemon Go getting the amount of coverage that it is because other news is so slow, or because so many people are actually interested in it?
Because
That's
so many
a
people are
really good
interested.
idea. No, you see, I agree with you, Rhapsody, but I also think that
I think it's both.
it's both. Yeah, I mean, like, because there's nothing else, it's just been all Pokemon Go, and because people are interested in it, that's what's driving clicks these days. Pokemon Go interest is driving Pokemon Go clicks. Man,
All of the
that's-
media
that's-
is just looking at what's available and going, well, crap, there's nothing interesting happening. What top 10 have we not done about Pokemon yet?
Oh, did you see something else actually? Did you see that the first ever guy to catch them all has been found out? Like, there was one guy in New York who has managed to catch all 139 Pokemon, excluding 2 regional exclusives and all of the ones that aren't available. Pretty
That's
cool.
dedication right there.
That's dedication right there. Yeah, and you know what? I've actually got a really funny Pokemon Go story for you. You want to hear it?
Oh.
Sure, why not?
No, it's actually kind of mortifying. All right, so, I was just chilling, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to go and catch some Pokemon. I want to see what people are really, that bothered about, because everybody's talking about it. It's a big thing, and so I'm like, oh, I'll do my research. I'll investigate a little bit. So I went for a little bit of a walk. Went to the local park, sat down, had a little bit of a chill, and there was like a gym there. Okay, I was, a gym. I've never been to a gym before. I want to have a crack at this gym.
How much is
And
it?
and so I sit down and we start, and it's great. Oh yeah, I take the gym. That's fantastic. Oh, I've never done this before. I'm clicking madly on the screen. Still don't know how it works, but it's cool. I'm having a ball of a time. And I'm like, oh yeah, great. So then capture the gym, finish up with that, and then
Ow.
go back to catching regular Pokemon. So okay, it's great fun, having fun catching regular Pokemon. And then check back to the gym, and somebody's taking it over. I'm like, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? And I'm like, I don't really know what's happening. So I burn a whole bunch of revives to revive like all of my dead high level Pokemon. And I have another shot, and I have another crack at the gym, and I take it back over again. And then, same thing happens again. I'm not in control of the gym. What is happening here, right? And then what happens, right, is this kid, like literally this like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 year old kid walks up to me and is like, "Are you taking over my gym?" And it's super awkward, right? Because then their father, who was pretty much playing the Pokemon game for the son, right? And like just a middle-aged 40-year-old guy, he came over and he talked about how he talked all about this game, and he talked about how he'd driven to like some faraway city to get these Pokemon, and then he was taking over the gym, and it was the most surreal, awkward experience of my life. Like, genuinely awkward.
That's crazy.
This dad literally schooled me on Pokemon Go, and the kids were like level 10, and I was like level 5. Oh my god, it was so mortifying to have a kid come up to you and, "Are you taking over my gym?" Oh god. Oh god.
That's
It makes me cringe,
amazing.
man. It makes me cringe. Oh, it's so horrible. Oh god, I don't even want to think about it. Oh, but there you go.
You know what else makes me
That
cringe?
was my Pokemon Go story. Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I can't.
It makes me cringe that they're making a live-action Pokemon movie.
Oh man, you are on
It can't
fire
be
with these
done.
transitions today.
It can't be
Fire.
done.
A live action. Never say never, as Justin Bieber once said to me.
Rhapsody,
Never
do you
say
want to go see it?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna go see it next weekend, and I'm gonna come back with my report. 100%.
Well, it's
I'm
not
totally not
coming
gonna
out till
bail.
next year, so.
Well, then if
Alright.
it's not there next weekend, I'm not gonna watch it.
Well, dang, they missed their window.
Oh my god, you guys take me for a fucking ride here. I don't even know why I'm on this bloody podcast.
Hey, Potato, I think that was about as good a hit as I could get with that.
Yeah,
oh,
that
the
was-
last
that was
bounce
pretty
didn't
good.
hit.
That was pretty good.
Well, dang.
Congratulations, man. You did great.
Oh.
How about that?
I don't know.
Okay, let's talk Pokemon Go. Let's talk Pokemon Go the movie. How much have you been playing?
It's actually gonna be. It's gonna be Detective Pikachu. Is going to be the movie.
Hey girl.
Why not make that
Why don't you-
animated though?
Hey girl, why don't you come over here so I can take a Pikachu?
Probably the same reason that they couldn't animate the entirety of the Sonic movie.
It was a
Hey, girl.
Sonic movie.
Are you on fire? Because you could be my Charmander.
Okay, these are just getting progressively worse to the point that you're just saying a word associated with a gaming franchise.
Hey girl, are you into botany? Because you could be my Bulbasaur.
I swear, if you call a girl a sad onion dog, she's probably going to leave.
It's not possible to take that the right way.
Oh my god, that was perfect. Hey girl, could you be my sad onion dog? Oh,
It's time.
oh man, that's
We need to figure out some way to integrate. No, never
Sad
mind. I'm not
onion
even
dog.
going there. Not even
Oh.
going there.
oh.
Uh,
Oh. Hey.
so what games have you been playing this week, Rhapsody?
Absolutely. You know what? I've been playing a lot of. No, I've already talked about Dark Souls 3. What else have I been playing? Shit, I must have been playing something.
Pokemon Go. Talk about
I've
Pokemon
been playing
Go,
some
for God's sake.
Pokemon Go in my spare time. Although, mostly when I'm running errands in the city, and I just happen to be there. All of the cool Pokemon showed up after my fucking phone died. There was a Hitmonchan down the street, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get the hit. Oh. Bugger.
All right, my question to you, all right, is do you guys have like a serious overabundance of fucking Drowsies and Zubats? Because I swear to God, that's the only thing that I actually get these days. Like I've literally got so many Drowsies that I've got like 100 candy just sitting around.
That's
100
actually
candy.
apparently a UK thing.
Yeah, I was about to say
Isn't it?
I get Rattatas and Pidgeys.
Mm-hmm.
I
I get Zubats and
Pidgeys are-
Doduo.
Oh my god, fuck Drowsies. Like honestly, like it gets me so hyped every time because I'm like, oh, you're so close to being a Pikachu, but you're just not there. You know what I'm saying? So close to Pikachu.
Fat, sad Pikachu.
The fat, sad Pikachu with a
Hey,
dick
yo,
for a
girl.
nose, and we're there. Hey, yo, girl.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, girl, come take a look at my snout, cause you make me drowse.
What? You're so boring. You make me drowsy.
This is going
Oh.
downhill more and more rapidly.
It is. I don't know. So I have been playing Pokemon Go. I didn't manage to catch the Abra or the Hitmonchan. or the Tentacool. Either I wanted all of them.
I
and
caught
got
an
them.
Aww.
I caught an
Tentacles
Abra.
are awesome.
I got an Abra, buddy.
Oh, they're so
I just caught a
cool.
I just caught a seal right there. Holy cow, that's great. Oh, that's really great value actually.
You
600
can't
extra.
even focus on trying to beat my ass. You have to go catch a seal.
Well, I can do that without looking, man. It's easy.
Well, you say that. I've won 3 of the 4 games so far.
I mean, that's strictly a lie, but you know, whatever makes you feel happy.
Sounds very true to me. You actually.
I won at
did-
least one of them.
I
Wait,
actually,
you won
are you actually having a giggle? My God.
Orbital's won 0.
No, I have totally won some. Some
No,
stuff.
you've won
Nah,
0
look
as
at
far
I
as.
have.
Nah,
Look,
as far as
I
my
caught a
count goes,
seal.
you've won 0.
In the meantime, I've caught a seal. Like, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is a net win for me, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'm glad you finally managed to win at something.
All right, rarest Pokemon yet. Brink, what's yours?
I don't know. It's not exactly rare. I found a Venonat the other day.
No. My app crashed when I tried to catch one of those. We don't talk about that Pokemon. That's
I have a Jigglypuff.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's not too bad.
That's
what
about the
you,
only interesting ones that I have. Belle caught a Scyther the other day,
Nice.
which is pretty badass.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow, fuck off.
Rip. I've got a Pinsir. That's about it.
I mean,
For rarity's sake.
what about... Okay, let me see what I've got. I've got an Execute. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got a Magikarp today. I was pretty chuffed with that when I got a Magikarp. Not gonna lie. Because
Can't fucking trip over except for falling on a Magikarp these days.
Yeah, no, exactly, right? Because I just thought, oh my god, the meme potential as soon as I catch this Pokemon. It's great. It's through the roof. I'm gonna be, you know, a memer. What about Eevee? Do you guys have a lot of Eevees around? I swear to god, every gym
There are
is owned by
tons of
an Eevee.
EVs everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, screw Eevee.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing because you need buttloads of candy in order to evolve all 3 forms. So
I mean, yeah, but I've only ever caught one Eevee. You know, do you guys feel me? One Eevee?
No, because I've got 0
you've only
EP.
caught one?
Yeah, I've only caught one Eevee, man. Like, it's
The
not so
hell,
good.
dude? How many have I caught? I don't even know.
I'm also really lazy, so that sort of probably goes some of the way to explaining. You know, just
I
FYI
have
for you.
3 of them that I have not traded in yet, and I have 15 candies. So I've caught something like a dozen.
Yeah, sick. Yeah. Yeah. All right. My question is, right? What do they do with all the Pokemon that just get transferred to Professor Oak or whatever his newer body?
All the
version
matter
is?
gets converted into energy to power.
Why are we perpetuating this? This seems like
I always
the
think
wrong
they
thing to
would
do.
cut them apart and reconstitute new Pokemon.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it can't be good because you never hear from them again. So
Yeah. You'll never get them back. And if you could get them back, they'll never be the same.
You see, I played Pokemon like a long, but playing Pokemon Go has sort of made me just want to play a game that I don't have to around to play. You know, like a proper, like, you know, on the Game Boy. You know, like a proper Pokemon game. I kind of want to play that again. I don't know why.
Sales for previous Pokemon games spiked by like 200% in
Yeah.
used game sales.
Nintendo period spiked. I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Exactly,
worth
you know?
more than Tesla and Netflix now.
Has Tesla even earned a profit yet? Like, let's be fair here. You know, have they ever earned a quarterly profit? I don't know if they have.
They
Quite
haven't,
frankly.
but people love investing in Tesla because it is what it is. I mean,
so yeah.
Who knows?
haven't
Eventually, they might turn a profit, and then
Yeah,
it's
they
gonna
probably
be
will.
huge. But
I mean, yeah, they probably will, right?
I mean,
But,
that's the
like,
thing.
that's a long way away.
Yeah, but with a company like that, if they turn a profit, it is going to be huge.
yes, it's whenever they stop completely reinvesting every penny they have into new stuff. Like, their reinvestment rate is over 100%. So I don't think this is gonna make it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. Tesla's kind of cool. Who's gonna get a Model 3? Am I right? Hashtag all that YouTuber money, guys.
Nope, I can't afford one.
Well, I can't afford one, but
LOL, nope.
But do you think I'm gonna be able to afford one, Orbital? What are you fucking talking about?
You think I'm gonna be able to afford? Fuck off.
I mean, with the Australian dollar the way it is and paying to import that son of a gun, even the $35,000 car is gonna cost like $100,000 by the time it gets over there.
Uh-huh. We're at the point that we can only consider domestic tourism because our dollar is so shit
What?
at the moment. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, if only I understood how economics worked.
Our central economic body has specifically been trying to tank the value of the dollar so that we can get more, basically more business in exports. But I mean, this isn't really the show for it, but it negatively affects us in terms of being able to travel to like international locations.
That is super sad.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry, Rhapsody.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm dead.
Sorry about that specifically.
Dang it.
Yeah. Oh well. Just move to the UK, guys. I'm sure you guys are gonna love
best time
Brexit.
for it.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
So have you got any games you want to key us in on, Potato?
I played a bit of Overwatch this week, playing as Anna, sort of just pubbing a little bit, played a little bit of Anna in competitive, got angry at people who played Anna in competitive, that sort of stuff really.
Typical Overwatch play.
Well, typical Potato sort of stuff. Yeah, if you play Anna in competitive, then yeah, you're the problem. Pretty much. That's what I'm trying to say.
Potato, I am uncomfortable with how close you are to me.
Well, I'm uncomfortably close to you, I'll be honest, but needs must here, friend.
No! I overshot. Airstrike.
You know what? That's okay, because you're gonna die. So, what can I say? What can I
Everyone's
say?
gonna die one day.
That's.
Well, if I die,
Hits me
I'm
right in
taking
the
you with
feels.
me.
It's okay,
the
I've got a
candle that
donor
burns
card.
is half as long but twice as bright.
I've got a donor card. Like my body is going to be used for medical purposes, which is something
body is
everybody
great.
should do, by the way.
Yeah.
Everybody should have a donor card. Totally should have a donor card.
Honestly, there's no reason not to.
That's why
Exactly.
It's
There's-
not like
there's
you need that liver
literally no reason
after
not to.
you get plowed under by a
Exactly.
semi-truck.
Exactly. Well, okay, Rhapsody's liver may be a little bit fucked, but yeah, all right. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, whatever.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. How are you tanking all of these hits?
Yeah, tanking? Were you not trying for that?
I kind of wish you just didn't turn up. I'll be honest, right? Like, just,
Sigh. Sigh.
Wow.
This week I started Star Wars Empire at War, and I'm only a decade late.
Sorry, Brink. Let me actually be polite enough to say, what games have you been playing this week, Brink? What games?
Ow.
Sorry
Potato,
for-
that looked like it hurt. Just a little bit.
Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh,
A
little bit more. Brink, you haven't hit Rhapsody this entire time. You
Yeah,
are the cause of
I
my
know.
death.
I'm just sucking it up here. For reasons. Anyway.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You see that shot? That is a bullshit shot if ever I saw one. Brink, you should feel cheated right now. That is horse shit. That is absolute bollocks. So yeah, no, Empire at War. Oh my god.
It is an interesting one. That is what I'm gonna say about it. It's probably the single most rock paper scissors style RTS that I have ever played in my entire life, and I completely disagree with the units that trump other units. So, for instance, you have the ATST Walker, which I look at and assume, oh, this is going to be awesome versus infantry. I didn't even look at the unit stats, which is probably my mistake. But anyway, so why? Whatever. I can't actually hit the person that I'm supposed to. Anyway.
Hitting.
So I take the ATST walkers. I have like 30 walkers, and I go into this match, and
Sorry, Brink. Sorry, I'm just blown away by that shot. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's his own that he's blown away by.
Yeah. ATST walkers.
Anyway, so I go in, and I just get slaughtered by all of these infantry units. So then I go look at the actual statistics, and ATST walkers are weak to infantry. I'm like, what the freaking hell is up with this? So yeah, they have like 4 or 5 different basic unit types, and it seems like they're just arbitrarily assigned some unit that they're strong against and some unit that they're weak against. So the entire game boils down to trying to figure out which units are on the field at a given time, and to do your best to build what will counter those. So,
all right.
Okay.
It seems
just for the
interesting.
For the enthusiasts, ATST all-terrain scout transport, they're the ones used on both Hoth and Endor. They were taken down
the two-legged
by the
ones.
Ewoks.
Yes.
So I can see like a little flavor-wise why they might want to go for them against infantry being a bad matchup, but really it's them against traps that was a bad matchup.
Yeah. And then they also have TIE Fighter tanks, which I find hilarious. They look freaking epic, but yeah, they're tanks with like TIE Fighter wings on the sides, and they're the ones that are strong against infantry and get wasted by any form of armor. So yeah, the tanks are weak versus armor, and the walkers are weak versus infantry, and I don't understand the world anymore.
That doesn't
is basically where I'm going with this.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't understand the world either. Even on the best of days. Alright.
But it is a neat game. And the grand strategy aspect of it is pretty cool, where you're like controlling the Empire and all of the planets associated with it. And it's a pretty neat game.
So it does like the Battlefront, well, not the recent iteration, but like Battlefront 2 from the PS2 generation, of you take over certain planets and you can use that to kind of coordinate your empire, because that's the same thing.
Well, you earn resources for the planets that you control, and you can build your factories that produce your ships and your troops and everything else from those planets, and you can raid other people's planets, yada yada yada. And so you can like take all of your forces and move into orbit on another planet, and you'll have a space battle, which are all live action battles. Or you can auto resolve, similar to how it is in Total War. And you can do it that way, or you can launch like infantry raids directly against the planet's surface, and you can take over the planet. But when you have a fleet in orbit, you have orbital support. Basically, you can call in bombing runs and stuff. And so it's interesting how the game plays out. I'm learning it. I got my ass handed to me yesterday while I was trying to play the first few missions of the campaign. But it's a neat game. neat experience.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's certainly something that I looked at and remember being interested in. Looks like it had a somewhat interesting premise. Yeah, no, that's cool that you've given it the thumbs up, so to speak. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah.
Going back in time to play something. All these. It seems like the newer RTSs I don't enjoy quite as much as the older stuff.
Yeah.
Because the ones that I really enjoy end up being from like the 2006 to 2010 era.
Good work on hitting with that the bouncy ball there, Brink.
Appreciate it.
Was that the bouncy ball?
That was the bouncy ball.
Wasn't it? You're kidding me. What? How did the bouncy ball? Okay. I don't understand how that works then.
Oh, it bounced the wrong way. Whoops. Wait, why is there a pin? There's a pinata of death dangling above my head.
Mm-hmm.
All
It is
right.
a dispensary of death. That is true.
I think with that, I am done with Shellshock, and I think that wraps up everything we were going to talk about with the podcast. So if you guys would like to stick around and play another game, I'm totally up for that, but I think I'm going to close down the podcast portion right there.
Cool.
Greatly appreciate it, guys.
No problem whatsoever.
All right. We'll see you guys next week for, hopefully, a normal edition. Appreciate you watching. See you there.